We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area yesterday, bouncing back up to dark green and hitting a dip area once again and hitting newer lows. Now, finding support at a key level that I talked about, which we're going to break down in today's video. You're definitely going to want to stick around for, but in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator at 1:55 p.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, bull strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 100% plus within minutes to an hour, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, completing that full transition, bouncing off the support that we talked about yesterday of 393 and 395 and fighting to stay above it. I'm going to share with you guys what the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators are showing. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the Discord and getting connected over to our bot. So the home run of the day was BAER. We caught this one in the pre-market, sitting sideways. Inflows were above the midpoint and full strength on 42 vision. And the stock went up into the bell and after the bell, 70% plus within minutes. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, and as I stated earlier in the video, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area yesterday and transitioning from dark green to dip area once again today and breaking through yesterday's support and finding support at the key levels that I stated that we needed to watch carefully. Now, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips and the rips to the dips and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator here in the pre-market at around 398, and outflows crossed over towards the bell and even after the bell, right? And things were weak and they hit lows here of 393, which that was a key support level that I talked about. If we broke through 395, 396 area, we bounced off of it and we came right back up. And in yesterday's video, I had discussed how we bounced off the key support level that was mentioned on the previous day's video, which was Wednesday, which was around 396, 397, and we came right back up. So something that's very interesting here is so far when we hit dip areas on the 30-minute chart and the outflows start to slow down and they go ahead and get these inflows back up, the bulls reappear. Now, it's in a downward trend, in a very slow one lately, right? In the last several days and in the bigger picture, it's been going downwards for several days and weeks now. But every single time in the second half of the day, the bulls have reappeared, putting up a fight here to try to stay as close as possible to 400, right? Because that's that psychological level that we've talked about in previous videos based off articles and different opinions that when we're above it, right, just speculation, not financial advice, the bulls seem to be in control, or at least that's what the market thinks. And when we're below it, the bears are taking control again. And this is something to not ignore. Now, I'm going to share with you guys the key levels I would watch going into next week. And the first thing is these inflows picking up here. They're getting really close to the midpoint. And I would be watching if these inflows can cross that midpoint and cross back over, because once they do, it starts to reflect pretty quickly into the chart, right? That's going to be crucial for the bulls, and in the process, cancel out this bear indicator from around 398. Pretty strong support there at 393 and fighting to stay above 395. Something to not ignore. Now, when we zoom out and we look at this from the bigger picture on the 1 hour, we can go ahead and see that in the inflow versus outflow, the inflows have been trying to come back up. They tried yesterday in the after hours. They tried in today's pre-market, rejected and came back down. But these inflows are picking back up here and getting really close to the midpoint. So this is going to be crucial going into next week. We've hit a dip area. We're trying to bounce back from it. So far, it's done a full transition into red with green borders. And the next piece that's missing is dark green bars and then bright green, right? But we want to see these inflows pick up with it as well. Not guaranteed to happen, but something to pay close attention to. And in the process, if this bear indicator can get canceled by a bull indicator, it could possibly mean even further strength when those confirmations on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, and inflow versus outflow crossover to the upside do happen. It will be critical, and I would not ignore that going into next week. So on the 1 hour, we want to see those inflows cross back up, and the fact that they're really close to it and they tried already to come back up, and quickly it's already coming right back up to it to try to cross it again. Well, one time it failed, but if it could cross again and push itself upwards away from it and test resistance levels, it will definitely be something to not overlook once again going into next week. Now, on the 15-minute, we could see within the volatility here that since the pre-market, the outflows had crossed, had been under a bear indicator, and it went full weakness there, full transition from the rip to the dip area into the open, and now it's trying to bring itself back up, and it's done a full transition so far within the volatility of the 15-minute to the dark green bars, and now has a bull indicator, and it's right there at the midpoint. This is crucial, right? Because if it crosses right back down, it can quickly start to reflect into the chart. But if it could keep itself above it, it's going to be crucial to pull away from it to continue this trend of canceling out this bear indicator, strength here of this bull indicator, and reflect that strength into the chart and pull away from it to the upside to pull up the 30-minute and possibly the 1 hour with it. So I'm going to be watching that very carefully going into next week. So what are the key levels I'm watching to the upside and to the downside? Well, first, the support levels, right? 393 is the first support that will be crucial. The closest one is 395. I'll just skip over it. 393 will be critical, and if that gets broken through, the next level is 390, and below that is 388. And to the upside, if these inflows can pick back up, cross over the midpoint, cancel out this bear indicator, and get a possible bull indicator to reflect that strength even further to the upside, well, the first resistance level is 398, and then above that is going to be the pivotal level of 400, guys. I'm watching that very carefully, and we want to see that strength on the 15-minute to continue pushing up, and on the 1 hour, if it could go ahead and finally cross over with some strength, guys, because it's been rejecting the last several times it's tried. But when it actually has crossed over with strength, we could see here how things got moving in the chart, right? Going from around 410 all the way up to 414, and going from 408, 406 area all the way up to 414, 412 area. So I would not ignore that. And if we go ahead and get a bull indicator in the process on the 1 hour, it will be the first bull indicator that we get in weeks, guys, to cancel out that bear indicator from up here at around 413 area since the 16th of February, guys. So that is going to be the key levels I'm watching to the upside and to the downside, and also the bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow I'll be watching closely. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.